who campaigns at 154, will be smaller than Canelo. Mell's a bigger guy than Canelo. That's the first thing. Canelo's not bigger than Mell. Mell's taller than Canelo, longer than Canelo, and on fight night, even at 154, his official weight on the scale might be 154. Mell make 154, but he ain't coming in the ring 154. You know that. Coming in 170 something. Y'all know that. Canelo was coming in the ring 170 something when he was at 154. Canelo comes in the ring now at 180 something. You know what I'm saying? 78 Sports TV Jr. says, Drugnello is getting stretched like Lubin. Nah. Got defense, man. Canelo got defense. Yeah. See something there. This message is held for review. Let me see the message. All right, I got you. Let me see the message. Easy work, Canelo ain't shit. I'm gonna show that. Dude couldn't stop a bum and John Ryder. Well, John Ryder's not a bum though, 78 Sports TV Jr. You know that. He arguably beat Callum Smith. He beat Danny Jacobs. He been on a tear. You know what I mean? Well, Jamel, shout out to 78 Sports TV Jr. Nah. 78 Sports TV Jr. Ryder got stopped because he went down to 160. Okay? He went down to 160. He was weight drained. He a 168 pounder. So that's why he got stopped. Jamel would have stopped that dude. Very possible. But like I was saying, don't forget to smash the like button, my friend. Mell is the same size. Well, weight-wise, he about the same weight as Canelo. Canelo, when he was fighting in 154, he was 173, 174, 175. Mell's about the same weight. I'm talking about fight night. I'm talking fight night. I'm sure Mell walks around 180, 190, right? Like his brother. But once he's training and fighting, on fight night, he's probably a trim, slim 175, 176, right? Mell, Erislandy Lara, Canelo, they're all the same size. Well, I've done 2 live streams already. Salute from Japan. Shout out to Japan and the Japanese. Shout out to Naoya Nui, man. That boy got balls. Taking on Stephen Fulton, man. That's crazy. I gotta see what. That's a good fight too. You'd be making a motherfucker hungry. Hey, you know, I gotta eat something because I gotta go on. I'm already dressed to leave and go. I have to go and do a number of different things. So I'm dressed, man. I'm having a meal now, and then we off we off to the So Canelo, man, is about the same size as Jamal Charlo weight wise. Nelo's about 180 something now. Canelo never went beyond 180 something. So Charlo put on a little bit more size because he don't have to cut as much weight. So, you know, the 168 don't really mean nothing. Because on fight night, they both would probably weigh about the same weight. But they normally weighed their whole careers. It isn't there cut as much weight. So if people think about it, Charlo taking a really good opportunity. This is a good opportunity for him to beat Canelo. Because he really had to cut all that weight. The only thing is he got to acclimatize to the weight class. Because he never, while he sparred bigger guys and stuff like that, He never fought in the pros any guy that in that weight class that big. But then again, the guy who he's fighting is the same guy he was supposed to fight at 154. It's the same guy. So it's not really that. It's not that deep as people think, because it's the same Canelo. He a little heavier, got a little bit more experience fighting bigger guys. But it's about the same thing. It's the same styles. So Mell wanted that opportunity since long ago. He get it now. He jumped at it with three hands. And Mell's the more aggressive of the two Charlos. In fact, Mell look crazy. I think if Jamel don't KO Canelo, he will win 10-2. He got more skill than Lara, GGG, and Bivol. Yep. He's more skillful. He can do more things. That's true. This is a hell of a fight. I don't know, man. This is a hell of a fight. Out of the two Charlos, this is the tougher guy. This is the guy that will go for more risk. I mean, he has also had a loss on his resume. This is a hell of a fight. Mell is taller and maybe heavier at fight day. Nah, they're about the same weight, fight day. They're about the same weight. The only thing I think is that Canelo was able to fight bigger guys in the pros. For Callum Smith, he fought Bivol. He fought, what's the guy's name? The 175-pound champion, WBO, Kovalov. He fought bigger guys. But Charlo ain't too small for Canelo. No way, Jose. No way. It looked that way because he campaigned at 154, but he ain't smaller. Jamel is taller, maybe heavier at fight day. They're about the same weight. They're about the same size. Yeah, he might be slightly heavier because he got much more muscle mass. And he's going to be stronger because he don't have to cut all that weight. If somehow Drugnello managed to beat Jamel, I got Spence whooping him anyways. That's the thing. Everybody was talking about Spence versus Canelo at 160 or some kind of crazy shit like that. So if Spence could face Canelo, Charlo, come on now. Hell for review. Man, this thing be regulating everything. What's up with this thing? This message is hell for review. That rice looks good as shit. It's good, man. What are you doing? Let the message go through, man. What is wrong with this thing? Hey, I don't want to report anything. I got it. Let it show, man. Yeah, this is lentils and rice with some something called, turmeric. We call it saffron. Here, they use it in things called roti and stuff. They hated on me. Man, they shouldn't hate on you, man. Show. Another moderator just handled this. What the hell are you talking about? I don't have no moderators. Who's my moderator here? Hey, man, let the people see these things, please. What moderator are you talking about? Hey, what the hell? I have moderators? Hey, man, whoever's the moderator on here, let people talk, please. YouTube hating because I'm telling the truth about Drugnello. Nah, you just fanboying out there, but that's all right. I don't mind. Once Canelo don't use no drugs, which I don't think he would. He a strong dude, though. Canelo's strong as hell. I don't know if Mell can knock him out. But Mell will try. You can bet that. Mell will go for it. Mell loves to mix it up. Mell loves to fight. Know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with this thing. What is going on? Oh yeah. So anyway, oops. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that. That was an additional point. This is a good fight. This is a very good fight. And people don't sleep on this. You know? Don't sleep on this fight. This is a big fight. I hope it doesn't make more money than Spence versus Crawford, though. Mell's about to dog walk him. Castaño is way better than Canelo. Look what he did to him. Well, Castaño, though, comes forward a lot. Castaño don't know how to take a step back. I mean, he can box off the back foot, but yeah, Mell's something, man. Castaño's a good fighter. No doubt about it. But Canelo wouldn't let himself walk into something like that. Canelo's more calculated. You know what I mean? Castaño was much more busy. But yeah, Mell's a dangerous fighter. I think he's more dangerous than his brother. Because Mell will look to knock out Canelo. He will look to stop him. He will look to... Mell that dude. Mell's crazy. Mell's crazy. He the crazy of the two. Who, in your opinion, Mell or Spence? Mell crazier than Spence. Mell got a chip on his shoulder. Spence is much more cool. Mell fight with emotion and stuff. I mean, he stay composed when he fighting, but still, he fight with a lot of emotion, man. Mell crazy. Up to two, I think Spence is the better fighter. Spence is the better fighter. Mell will throw a couple punches and miss. Spence is much more accurate. Mell tends to want to brawl. Spence is clinical. But Mell could box too. Mell could box and he could be very accurate and stuff like that. Who I got between Spence and Crawford? I got the fans. Don't ask me to predict that fight. I don't know. I don't know who will win. Honestly, no. I really don't know. I just have to see it. That's one of those fights that's too hard to call. I could see Jamel beating Canelo. So, because Canelo, I'll tell you the reason. Canelo ain't working on his footwork. Canelo's not working on his footwork, and Mell has great footwork. Well, better footwork than Canelo. You know? I eat a lot. I'm eating a pot full of rice and peas. A pot full. I'm putting it down, baby. But after this, I'm not going to eat anything probably until the afternoon. Yeah, so Canelo, man. Canelo's a great fighter, but he's not working on his footwork. He's not working on those foot activity and foot cardio. I'm telling you right now, Jamel gonna beat him. I don't think Canelo's overrated. Look at the challenge he's taking on. That's a tough challenge. I think Mell's a better fighter than David Benavidez. And David Benavidez, he's a good fighter. Very good fighter. No. But Mell too chill. Alright. Mell says stuff and he don't back shit up. Mell, on the other hand, he about that work, boy. And if Mell's pussying out, Mell's like, screw it, I'll face Canelo. My twin is a chicken. He a coward. I ain't no punk and I ain't no coward. And Mell wanted to take on Canelo. He jump up 2 weight classes and beat that ass. I'm just glad Canelo's giving us that fight. Even though Mell become campaigning at 154, I think Canelo, at least he's facing him. He will think he has somehow a weight advantage in the sense that he's fought bigger guys. It could backfire royally on him because 78 Sports TV Juice says, relax what you need. There's no more rice. Let the bull breathe. Actually, there's still a little bit more rice left. Yeah, but Canelo, man, being Canelo taking on Jamel, it could backfire on him royally in that a guy coming up from 154 beating your ass could look real bad. You know, it would say, well, Bevo wasn't too big. You know what I mean? Because he's not going to walk over Jamel. That's not happening. Mell ain't that dude. You're going to have a fight on your hands. It's going to definitely be exciting. Mell a little crazy, like I told y'all. Mell's a crazy dude. Mell look like he don't want to. Mell don't look like he want to. And he just making excuses and stuff. And Mell have to stand up for the Charlos. So Mell's like, I don't know, my brother pussying around. I'm gonna take that fight. You know, fight me. Undisputed versus undisputed. So I like it. I like it. This is a good fight here. I'm definitely paid to see it. And to be honest with you, this one's not that hard. It's not as hard to call. Like, I know what Canelo's problem is. So if Canelo don't work on his problem, Mell gonna beat him. Can't step to these guys. You can't step to Mell. You can't step to Javier Fortuna says, Javier Fortuna in the building. What the hell? Devin Haney ducked me. Is this a fan or is this really Javier Fortuna? I think Javier speaks Spanish. Oh man, people be using Devin Haney's name as clout now. Devin Haney became target, man. He was the hunter, now he's hunted. He undisputed. Javier, you want to get an undisputed fight now? Hey Javier, he might face you at 140. You never know. You may want to have a tune-up. So Put it out there, bro. Keep on saying that Haney ducked you. That's good stuff. Devin Haney don't want no humo. Humo. I'm not sure what that means. He don't want he don't want nothing from you. All right, mom, dude. Maybe you get that fight with him. You never know. Keep pushing it. What do you think about Haney? Haney's the goods, man. Haney's the goods. He's still growing as a fighter, but he's the goods. I watched his fight with Loma. Dude, Loma hit him a straight left, snapped his head back, and he still landed his right on Loma. He countered Loma. You know what I'm saying? He a dog. He a dog. Javier Fortuna says he ain't want no smoke. Man, keep on talking, bro. You might just get that fight. You might just get that fight, Mr. Fortuna. But since it ain't about that action, he just got whooped by a senior citizen. You talk your junk. You talk your trash. Woo, Javier's on the roll. Hey, Javier, let me say, I always appreciated your fight with Bunny. What's his name? Junior. That was a good fight, man. Y'all fought to a draw, but that was a good ass fight. Y'all can fight, man. You know, gotta give Javier for and you blazing hot right now. You want a winning streak, so yeah, you won that Devin Haney fight. That's a good fight too because you came up from lightweight, so that's a good fight. RJ Jenkins says Loma got robbed. How you gonna get robbed? It was a close fight. How you gonna get robbed? I just recently scored that fight again, and I got an 8-4 for Devin Haney. I'm gonna tell you the rounds Loma won. Loma won round 4, round 8, round 10, and round 11. He won 4 rounds, in my opinion. Right? And Devin Haney won all the rest. That's what I got. You know what I mean? Hold on. A message again, hell for review? What is that? Javier Fortuna says, I got robbed. Oh, man, I like you, man. You got robbed of the opportunity to face Devin? Bruh, you need to keep chirping, man, because you on the roll right now. So if I was you, you know what I mean? I'll be pushing for that fight. Absolutely. RJ Jenkins says Robert. Yeah, that's so silly. RJ Jenkins says you need glasses, what you need. You guys are silly. Oh gosh. Javier Fortuna says, who you got, Mell or Nello? I'm more leaning towards Mell. Because again, like I said before, Nello don't keep his feet moving. He has bursts. He don't have a whole set of activity with his feet. Somebody with busy feet, like, you know, Bivol and them Charlo brothers, they move their feet all the time, man. Their feet be active. They got that cardio down pat. You ever saw Mell get tired? Have you ever seen a tired Mell? You seen a tired Canelo? Have you seen a tired Mell? Look at the pace at which Mell goes at. The pacing as well. You know, Nello liked to slow it down a little bit, you know what I mean, and control it. So, I mean, all of that, you know, I just don't, you understand what I'm saying? RJ Jenkins says Robert Easter Jr. Oh, yeah. Robert, man. Robert Easter Jr. Yeah, Bunny, yeah, was the guy you was thinking about. Yep. That was a good fight, man. Fortuna versus Bunny was a good fight, man. Javier Fortuna says, I think once Nello lands them body shots, Mell energy going to change. How you going to land body shots on Mell? When have you seen Mell take a body shot? He always blocking it. He's always riding and rolling them punches and catching them. Mell ain't no, y'all don't understand. Mell ain't no joke. He was a boxer before. He was a pretty boxer. And then he linked up with Derek James and he became a puncher. So he's a boxer puncher, man. This dude is smart, crafty. He knows how to use range. He knows how to do all kinds of things, man. His brother, you saw what his brother could do. I think he's better than his brother. Javier Fortuna says, them dudes at 154 are bums, in my opinion. Well, I mean, they ain't guys like what Canelo faced. I'll be real with you. Tony Harrison's he's a good fighter, but Chin always and his conditioning always betray him. The guy that was really ripping in that division was the Argentinian kid. He was on a tear until, in the rematch, Mell knocked him out. You know what I mean? The guy that beat J Rock was on a tear. He beat the boogeyman, Jarrett Hurd. He beat him. I mean, comprehensively beat his ass. Couldn't stay consistent. Got washed by the Colombian. You know what I'm saying? And then Jamel came through and washed the Colombian. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the division wasn't that strong as people make it out to be. I mean, Canelo facing like a B-Vol. Let's see who else he faced that was relatively strong. Let me see. Who else did he face? I can't say Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant didn't have much experience, Whereas my boy, the Argentinian kid, he was a two-time world champion when he faced on a tear, undefeated. When he faced Mell. You look at Canelo's competition. You look at Mell's competition. At 168 and 154, that is. Now, if you're looking at 175 as well, Canelo fought a legend in Kovalev. Coming off a tough fight, though. Kovalev was coming off a tough fight, so you have to kind of bear that in mind. But who you have between a B-plus fighter like Castillo whooped him, in my opinion. I thought Castillo beat him the first time. I'll be honest with you. And I don't think Castillo's a B-plus fighter. Hell no. He an A fighter. He an A-level fighter. Castillo do things that nobody else to do, but Charlo just kind of was able to control him in the second fight. RJ Jenkins says, what do you have between Bud versus Spence? Nothing, man. I'm not going to try to predict that fight. I'm not trying. That one's too hard for me. Javier Fortuna and Harrison, a dude with no chin, beat him too. Yeah, Harrison outboxed him. He outboxed him. And I mean, brilliantly. But the second fight, Charlo found a way to win. And he stopped him. He was beating him. Harrison was outboxing him in the second fight. Even though Charlo dropped him early. He was outboxing him in the second fight. While muscling him on the inside and all of that. But again, I mean, Harrison has his moments of brilliance, but he's not consistent. I think the key word here is consistency. Castano was the only consistent guy I think that Mell faced out of all the champions that he faced. He faced the Colombian kid who had just come off a great win, but couldn't maintain. Then he faced Harrison, lost to Harrison, then beat him in the rematch, and then he faced Castano, right? I'm missing somebody else. There's somebody else he beat. I can't remember who. He beat 4 people to get the 4 belts. I mean, Canelo didn't do that, did he? Nope. Canelo won the WBC title in conjunction with the WBA. So he fought 3 people to get 4 belts. And the 3 people he faced, I mean, Callum Smith was a good fighter. But, I mean, Callum Smith, listen to the people he beat to get the titles. It's Callum Smith, Caleb Plant, right? And Billy Joe Saunders. Now, Saunders, 2-time 2-divisional world champion. True. Caleb Plant, IBF champion. Callum Smith, WBA champion. Lineal champion, right? That's basically the rundown there. Mell beat Harrison, who beat him. He beat Castano, who was 2-time world champion, and a bad shut your mouth beat Erislandy Lara. In my opinion, it wasn't a draw. He a bad boy. Castano's a bad boy. So if y'all don't understand that, well, yeah, you will see Castano go dominate again. Coming right back and dominate. But Charlo was able to knock his ass out in a masterclass of boxing. Okay? So that's the best win on this record, actually. It's Castano. The best win on Canelo's record at 168. It's probably Saunders. But Saunders bitched out. And then when he finally realized he could do something, it was too late. So, Callum Smith's up at 175. We'll see. He's getting a title shot against Artur Beterbiev. Wish him the best. RJ Jenkins says Harrison changed his strategy in the second fight. He should have stayed back and punched Charlo like he did the first fight. Yeah, he was more on the inside, bullying him on stuff. Javier Fortuna says, I think the motherfuckers Nello beat are more skilled than them dudes at 154. Nah, I disagree with that. They're more. I'd say they were earlier in their careers than them guys. Like Harrison was well into his career, had a lot of experience, way more skilled than Callum Smith, way more skilled. So when you're talking skills now, he more skilled than Callum Smith. He more skilled than I wouldn't say he's more skilled than the kid name. I wouldn't say he's more skilled than what's his name? More skilled than Caleb Plant. I don't know if he's more skilled than Caleb Plant. But or even Billy Joe Saunders, but I know he's more skilled than Callum Smith. Definitely. And more experienced than all of them. So that was a hell of a fight for Charlo. And then the other guy, Castaño, better fighter than all them guys. Better pressure fighter than all them guys that Canelo faced. All of them. And he would give Canelo a much better fight. I think Castaño's even a better, more skilled fighter than John Ryder. And John Ryder has a style something like Castaño. In your face. But John Ryder's southpaw. Castaño switch hits. He leads with either hand. So Castaño, in my opinion, is a much better fighter than all those guys at 168 that Canelo faced so far. I wouldn't say he's better than Benavidez. I wouldn't say he's better than Andrade. I wouldn't say that. But definitely, he's up there. And he's going to show it again. He's going to become world champion again. I guarantee you that. He's that kind of dude. He gave Lara all he could handle, and I thought he beat Lara. Okay? Javier Forcena said, yeah, Castaño barely beat Canelo leftover, and Lara was old as hell. Well, Lara's still there. Lara's still fighting, man. Lara's still fighting. And I think Lara's the 160-pound champion right now, WBA. Castaño was impressive in the first fight. Castaño's a beast, man. Happy Fortuna says, I think Callum may stretch. You mean Beterbiev may stretch Callum? He definitely is going to stretch Callum. Y'all know he's going to stretch Callum. You know Callum going to get knocked out. Javier Fortuna says, Castaño got zero head movement. Nope, he does have head movement. What are you talking about? Head movement, angles, everything. It's just that he leads with the right hand all the time. He would lead. He comes with the lead right hand on you, just suddenly. And Charlo started reading that. Javier Fortuna says, Beterbiev's chin is suspect. No, bro. It's not. The only people that dropped him are punchers. Callum Johnson dropped him. He's a puncher. And this is after Beterbiev dropped him. Put some money on Callum. No, I'm not putting any money on Callum. You crazy? I told you Beterbiev is going to steamroll him. You think I'm joking? Callum, I like Callum Smith. He's a good guy, but he's a rangy dude. That's what his thing is, range. That's why he couldn't do nothing with Canelo. You think he could do something with Beterbiev? Beterbiev's strong as an ox, bro. Beterbiev will kill him. Have you seen Callum been doing them dudes at 175? It don't matter. He got to get distance to do somebody. He have to have distance to do you with. He ain't doing nothing to Beterbiev. Beterbiev is going to knock him out. He's going to break him down, rough him up, and knock him out. He's going to close the distance. He's going to get to mid-range, and then that's it. It's over. Game over. And only certain kinds of fighters can handle Beterbiev. You know, you saw Anthony Yarde doing this thing with Beterbiev. And Beterbiev got so much experience and Olympic pedigree. And this dude came down from heavyweight. This dude was a heavyweight. Javier Fortuna says, I'll be back to talk my shit. Javier, man. Hey, bruh. Hey, I'm rooting for you to face Devin Haney. I know really Devin Haney wanted to jump up and face Regis Prograis. That's the guy he actually want to face. But, I think he should get a tune-up first, acclimatize to the division. I know you're not really in it but just in case Raleigh faces Ryan, and so Ryan and Raleigh's taking up, Teal's a champion too, so maybe Devin could face Teal. Who knows? But then Teal's talking about he retired. So you might just get it, man. You might get the shot at Devin. If not Regis. Because I know Devin looked like he jumping up to face Regis next. And I don't think Devin, that's another thing I want to talk about. Happy Fortuna says, oh, Raleigh's garbage. I can't believe he was getting whooped by a mummy. That's disrespectful, bro. That old man was doing this thing and he could punch. Come on, man. You got to at least give the old man some respect. He was hanging in there with that little dude. A youngster. He was hanging in there, man. He was running out of gas. Raleigh would have smashed his ass into oblivion. Raleigh would have destroyed him. Because Raleigh came out in that round with fire, man. He knew the guy was slowing down. That senior citizen was putting hands and feet on Rolly. Yeah, he was. He definitely was. I got to hand it to him, man. 40-something years old and kicking ass. Yeah, but he slowed down. He got tired. Pity. If he was a little younger, probably could have capitalized on that. The thing that hurts me a little bit is that, the ref did kind of stop it early, but I'm thinking Raleigh would have killed him because Raleigh was swinging for the fences. He hit him. He kind of hit him with I think it was the left hand, knocked him into the ropes, and he was dipping and slipping most of the stuff. Fake ass stoppage. Yeah. Man, Tony Weeks panicked, man. He panicked. I was stupid. He probably was thinking to err on the side of caution because, the what was it? The Mexican kid or Venezuelan kid, a Filipino kid died over the weekend. So Tony Weeks is like, my watch, because he knows Raleigh could punch. If there's one thing Raleigh can do is punch. Okay, Raleigh can punch. Literally, Raleigh was the one who was getting caught with shots at first. But then Raleigh wasn't throwing much punches, but he was keeping away from him. Yeah, but as the guy started to fade, that round, Raleigh turned it on, man. He was coming for the guy. Entire round because the guy was slowing down. He knew it. And Bullet was telling him, yeah, let's open up the tank on him now. Now I think he got paid to set up that fake stoppage. They wanted to rematch with Tank. No. Nah, it wasn't paid. At least I don't think so. But it was stopped too early. Even Raleigh and Bullet agreed that it was stopped too early. I don't know why referees do that, though. Sometimes you just need to give the guy a chance. Give the old guy a chance. No, Raleigh wouldn't knock his brain out. He tough. Look how hard that man looked like. You said he looked like a mummy. He tough. You know what I'm saying? But I hope that guy gets another high profile fight because dude could fight. He could fight. You can say what you want. Maybe he could face you. Nah, I think he got it. Tank is finally going to be a 2-division champion. A win. He not a 2-division champion right now. Tank is not a 2-division champion. He has not won a legitimate title since the Leo Santa Cruz fight. Javier Fortuna says, the Adames stoppage made more sense than the Raleigh stoppage. I agree because the guy wasn't that badly hurt. He got buzzed, but it wasn't a fight-ending stoppage, yeah. Javier Fortuna says, when he moves up to beat Raleigh at 140. Well, let me be real with you. I think Ryan might actually get a belt if he fights Raleigh. Ryan might just win the title because I think Raleigh's looking to fight Ryan. And Derek James is like, Ryan don't even need to have any special training to fight Rolly. Woo. Yeah, Tank should jump at that opportunity. I'm not gonna lie, but Tank's in prison right now. But Tank should really jump at it. Or you should jump at it. What is wrong with you, man? This is the fight you should be looking for. That fight actually, cause Raleigh got a belt, and you got a belt now. Now you can fight. Now you're in a position to face Devin. You'd be like, hey man, come get this WBA belt. Same outcome. Ryan rematch. That fake ass stoppage was set up for Tank. I don't know about. I don't. You mean Ryan when Tank? No. That was legit. No, Ryan went down with that shot. That was a nasty liver shot, man. While Ryan was throwing. No, that's ugly. That was nasty. You know that. You've taken a liver shot. Hey, hardly. There's not many people get up from a liver shot, man, like that. They'll never give me those kind of opportunities. Why not? Man, you keep on chirping, man. You gotta make noise though. You can't be quiet. They'll pass you by. So what you're doing is the right thing. And Devin will take on the challenge, but Devin might be looking for bigger fish. That's the only thing. But I think Devin might face you. That'd be a good fight. I don't think the fans will want that, but you gotta chirp, bro. You gotta talk. You gotta let them know. They hating. They'll never give me those kinds of. Don't think like that. You gotta think positive, man. You gotta be like, look, anything can happen in boxing. You just never know. Look, Mell Charlo's facing Canelo. Of all people, we didn't expect nobody thought Mell Charlo would be facing Canelo. He facing Canelo, though. That's the dude facing Canelo. So, I mean, Canelo bypassed David Benavidez. Of all the people that deserve a fight with Canelo right now, David Benavidez deserved to fight first. And he going at Mell Charlo, a 154-pound, a guy campaigning at 154. The optics on that don't look good. We know the fight's going to be a hell of a lot better than it looks, right? Anybody who doesn't understand, Mell ain't nobody to play with. If Mell say yes to something, he going to be prepared. You know what I mean? But you, man, you want some fire, man. You need to just keep talking. Talk that junk. Talking about David, dude, low-key ducking that Morrell smoke. Hey, David Morrell and David Benavidez, they need to make sure that fight happens. Because Morrell ain't nobody to play with either. Cuban School of Boxing and Southpaw. Or is he Southpaw? I think he's Orthodox. I can't remember. Morrell, he nobody to play with. David had to hope he could drag that thing out into deep waters and drown him. They talking about fighting bum ass Munguia. Hey man, why are you so disrespectful? Munguia, man. Munguia's improving though as a fighter. Munguia would be a much easier fight than David Morrell. I'll give you that. That's more of David Benavidez kind of fight, But Munguia is a relatively smart fighter though, and he's been fighting smarter and smarter as time goes along. So I don't know, man. Munguia and Bumlanga is a 50-50 hype job versus hype job. They're trying to build up the fighters, man. Berlanga, he got a long ways to go. But he just came on the scene. Now, Munguia has been around for a while. He won, I think, 154-pound title and 160-pound title. He got a little something going on. He's not really facing the real fire dragons out there. But, he doing his thing, making a name for himself. Get himself ready for those bigger fights and much more skilled opponents. So they still moving him along, Munguia. Munguia can't just jump in the fire with these wolves. We got some wolves out here, man. Andre, don't get it twisted. He like a hyena. You know, he be laughing, telling jokes, but he a killer in the ring. You know, Benavidez is a killer. You know, the Charlos are killers. You don't want to just feed Munguia to these guys, right? Look how long it took for Canelo to get in the ring with one of those guys, right? We've been talking about these guys since 154, since 2008. Okay, we wanted to see those matchups. 2008 to 2023. That's 15 years. It took it took Canelo 15 years to get in the ring with Jabel Charlo. He wasn't ready. Now he thinks he is. I'm surprised Nello didn't pick Andrade as his opponent, as he's way easier to beat than Charlo, in my opinion. Yeah, Mell's actually a tougher fight than Charlo, because Mell goes for the kill. I'm not Charlo, Andrade, because Mell actually goes for the kill. Yeah, Demetrius Andrade will outbox you, make you look stupid, might knock you down, but Mell don't take no damn prisoners. Mell will knock you out. If he sees an opportunity to knock you out, he will knock you out. Andrade is skilled, but I've never been impressed. I mean, I've been impressed by Andrade. Andrade the bad boy. You know, he's a bad boy. His speed and quickness is really what he relies on more than anything else, but not so much his timing, but speed and quickness. But yeah, but he's kind of hard to beat. Happy Fortuna said, yeah, Nello and some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I said I could predict that fight. I could see Mell winning that fight, because Mell's explosive and he can, you know, he can move his feet. He can move his feet for the entire 12 rounds. You know, I think Nello's going to get whooped by Charlo. I think so too, but I don't want to say that. I think he picked the toughest opponent. He don't know it because, you know, the guy's at a lower weight class, but so he's thinking probably he got size and power on him. I don't know about that. You know, of all the Charlos to pick, that's the more skilled Charlo of the two. And he hits harder. His brother actually said he hits harder than him. So I don't know what Canelo really been thinking. I don't know what his process. I don't know why he picked. Of all the people to pick, he picked Mell. I don't understand it. I think he likes tough challenges or something. Because Mell's gonna be quicker than him. He's gonna be quicker than him. He's gonna be sharper than him because he's coming up in weight. So the quicker guy's gonna be Mell, not Canelo. He struggles too much against low-level opposition. Canelo? I mean, lower tier opposition, yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't say styles make fights. So, you know, a guy who's coming at you, you know, to bring the heat like John Ryder was doing, and it's tough, you're going to have a tough fight regardless, no matter who you are. Nobody facing John Ryder has ever had an easy fight. Nobody. Even when he was at 160 and he got flattened by the dude, it was a tough back and forth. I think he got stopped in the 11th or something like that. You know what I mean? John Ryder is a tough fight for anybody. I'm just saying. Canelo actually did pretty well against him because he was picking his shots, landing what he wanted to land, but he couldn't get him out of there. He dropped him, but he couldn't get him out of there. You know what I mean? John Ryder's no punk. You know, and he was on a roll. And then, you know, Triple G. Triple G's a guy to come at you. And that was not an easy fight either. You know, even the Danny Jacobs fight where Danny Jacobs didn't choose to box and move. He was just coming at Canelo again. Wasn't an easy fight. Later on in the fight, Danny Jacobs was winning rounds. You know what I mean? You think Nello can stop me? Yeah, he'll stop you. Yeah, he'll stop you. He has been dropped before. Canelo? No, Canelo's never been dropped. Andrade. Oh, yeah, Andrade has been dropped. Andrade has been dropped before. Yep. Happy Fortuna says, he be going life and debt with dudes like Liam Williams and Vanis Matarosian. Yeah, Andrade you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. I would say he was going life and death with Liam Williams. He put him down like how many times? 4 or 5 times? Yeah, Liam Williams, and I don't think Liam Williams put him down. He ran out of gas. He was gassed. He was gassed in the Liam Williams fight. And some other fight he was gassed in. And Vadas Martirosyan is a good fighter. At 154, that fight you're talking about. Yeah, he drew it. I think he drew it, Andre. But he also, Vadas Martirosyan was a good fighter because he drew it Lara as well. I think he drew it Lara. Just that Vanes decided to jump up to 160 and face Triple G. I don't know why he thought he could handle Triple G's power. I think Mell is going to get done like Kell Brook. No. Kell Brook's too chill. Kell Brook depends on his timing and all that kind of stuff. But Mell's much more defensively responsible. He won't, he's calculated. Javier Fortuna, he almost got stopped by Liam Williams. Who? Andre? No, I don't remember that. I remember he was gassed and he was clinching a lot. Javier Fortuna says Triple G stretched that dude in 2 rounds. Who, Kel? No, Kel went 4. Kel went 4 rounds. 4 exciting rounds, but he went 4 rounds. And he didn't get stretched. Triple G broke his eye out. So it seemed blurry, so they stopped it. His corner stopped it. Mell's aggressiveness is going to cost him against Canelo. Nah. I mean, Nelo's a great counterpuncher like Mell, but nope. Not if he stays behind the stick. And he has a good stick. Javier Fortuna says Vanes. Oh, yeah. Triple G stretched him in 2 rounds. Absolutely. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I mean, he definitely stretched him. He thought he could take the shot, he was saying, and then Triple G just opened up on him and he slept him. He was slept. That's quite a memorable knockout that I remember. Yeah. Triple G's a good fighter. It's just that, to me, he comes up short against the top caliber guys. I thought Jacobs beat him. I thought Canelo beat him, and I thought Derevyanchenko beat him. I really did. But that's just me. The facts are, he beat Jacobs and Derevyanchenko, and he lost to Canelo. That's what officially happened. So, just what it is. And they wanted to pit him up against Lara for his WBA title, and he was like, I think he vacated it. Mell is very inconsistent. He's not good enough to make adjustments. He always requires a rematch to beat the elite dudes. I don't know about that, because he only one fight he lost, and that was to Harrison. And Castaño's a hell of a fighter, like I told you before. And whether you believe it was a draw or you believe that Castaño beat him, I mean, Castaño's a hell of a fighter. Not to say that Canelo's not a hell of a fighter and Canelo's not better. The difference is Castaño can move his feet for 12 rounds. Castaño got stamina. Castaño has great foot cardio. Canelo does not have that. That's the problem. That's the problem with Canelo. I hope he's working on his foot movement, because if he doesn't, he's going to get beat by Charlo. That's why Bivol beat him. Couldn't keep up with Bivol for 12 rounds. He's talking about being fatigued. That's because your foot cardio is not good. It's just not good. You're not doing the drills that you're supposed to be doing to build up your foot cardio so you can move your feet all the time. It's not that his feet are slow. He doesn't have slow feet. He's very explosive. It's that he just don't have the cardio to maintain a high activity with his feet for 12 rounds. He just doesn't have it. And that will cost him against Jamel. It will. That right there allows Jamel to win the fight. And when Canelo gets gassed down the stretch, that's when Jamel going to put it on him and see if he can get him out of there. Because Jamel will try to put it on him. Jamel's a guy that like to go for the kill. Okay, Jamel like to kill. Okay, so when Jamel realizes he got the superior cardio and he realizes that down the stretch, like somewhere around rounds 8, 9, 10, Canelo suck it up, sometimes lose rounds, and then he come on strong in the 11th or the 12th, right? Well, that ain't gonna bail him out because Charlo's a dude, he a sniper, right? So if you go fading on Charlo, he gonna get you out of there. He gonna get you up and out of there. You gotta have your defense, and you gotta be on your D when you faded. You gotta have your defense working. And if Canelo's only on D, Charlo gonna win that fight easy. Easy. So I could actually see a fight like that. Because Canelo has certain deficiencies, I could see Charlo exploiting those deficiencies and winning the fight. With the case of Spence and Crawford, both guys have strengths and both guys can do almost everything. So it's hard to say who's going to win that fight. I can't tell you. Jamel's output is not that much higher than Nello. And at 168, he may slow down. No. I'm telling you, man, Mell be in dog shape. Mell trains and gets in dog shape. They nothing like cardio. I'm telling you, that's what Mell thrives off of his cardio. He always well conditioned. So if he's going up to 168, he's gonna make sure and preserve that cardio. He's not gonna be putting on so much mass that he fatigues. He's gonna be in the gym building that muscle though, to make sure that muscle is where it's supposed to be. Because he's gonna try and carry up his power at 168. That means he's gonna be sparring guys at heavyweights. He's gonna be sparring guys that can give him a good push, like maybe a super middleweights that are kind of quick coming out of the amateurs, maybe even smaller guys. He's going to push him, make sure that cardio is on point, make sure the power on point. He remember when you prepare for a fight, there's specific things you do. These guys got the formula for success. They're not just going to go in there, unprepared. Canelo going to be effing up the body. I told you, Mell protects his body very well. He keeps his he keeps his elbows tucked in. It's hard. And then he ride the punches. And Canelo ain't going to find nothing. He's just like Bivol. Bivol protects his body very well. And when Canelo go to the body, expect Mell to light up his head. He going to light up Canelo's head. He going to punish him. He going to punish him for trying to go to the body. You're not going to just get away with body shots. Look at with Haney. Haney was trying to go to the body. That way he was dipping so much. So he's dipping to the body and swinging it and ripping it, right? And what does Lomachenko do? He targets his head and snaps his head back. So he makes him pay for going to his body. You know what I mean? But the body shots really started to have an effect on Lomachenko. That's why he slowed him down. Lomachenko didn't like them body shots at all. Nobody likes body shots. But Lomachenko don't protect his body. His guard would be too high. So he takes the shots flush. He bend over or whatever and try and catch him. He don't even ride the shots. He just take it flush. Javier Fortuna said, yeah, but Canelo's too slow at 175. I wasn't impressed with Bivol. He was missing a lot against the fatigue. No. It wasn't that he was too slow. Bivol's quick. Bivol's not really at 175. Well, he came up from 168. Bivol was really at 168 and went up to 175. So Bivol's a very, very, very fast fighter. Got quick hands, quick feet, great foot cardio. So he made Canelo look slow. He made him miss and made him pay. Bivol make you miss, make you pay. Change up the angles. He changed up the angle of Canelo coming down a certain line, coming down the wrong line. All that stuff. So, he bust his ass up. Yeah, but, He bust him up. Yeah, but Nello is a midget who started at 140. Yep, he did actually start at welter. I think it was 141 pounds, his first debut fight. He was a welter, small welter, and then, or junior welter, if you want to say. And then he moved up. But you got to understand something, though, right? Yeah, he started a certain place, but he can't return to that place. So when we talk about Canelo fighting Bivol, for example, at 175, you know, people talk about size. Again, I don't understand it because Bivol fights at about 180 something pounds, right? Canelo fights at about 180 something pounds. You understand what I'm saying? On fight night, what really counts is what your weight is on fight night, right? So even though you may weigh out at 154, you're going all the way back up to 180 something pounds or 170 something pounds. And on fight night, you're not fighting at 154, you're fighting at 170 something, right? And that's almost your walk around weight. That's your fighting weight, right? So if you've been at 170 something and then you go to the early 80s, 183, 184 pounds when you move up in weight class, right? You really didn't change that much. So that's the thing with Mell versus Canelo. Mell been fighting at 170 something pounds at 154 for the longest while. So when you say he's going up to a new weight class, 168, yeah, the guys hit a little harder. They don't have to cut as much mass. Maybe they're a little bigger. Maybe these guys are 190 pounds on fight night. The point is, Canelo isn't a big 168 pounder. He comes in on fight night 180 something pounds. Even when he was at 175, he coming in on fight night 180 something pounds. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, he makes 168 or he makes 175, but he fights at 180 something. You get it? So that's why I don't think that Mell is that much smaller than Canelo. He might probably even be bigger than Canelo on fight night, right? So Bivol, he's also not that much bigger than Canelo. On fight night, Bivol's like 180 something pounds, like Canelo. They both like wrong about the same weight in the ring. So that's why I'm trying to explain to you, Canelo. Okay, so the only thing you could say is Canelo been fighting bigger guys, right? He been fighting bigger guys, right? Whereas Charlo, he about to fight a 168 pounder, which will be a fake 168 pounder in Canelo. So when you talk about Bivol facing Canelo, Bivol's not facing a 140 pounder. He's fighting a seasoned guy who has already fought at 175 and stopped a 175 pounder, right? So that's the kind of thing that Bivol was facing. It was, yeah, the guy started at 140, but he ain't 140 no more. You know what I mean? He grew into 175. He had experience. He fought a top 175 pounder. He didn't just fight any 175 pounder. He fought a top 175 pounder and stopped his ass. Right? Yeah, the guy just came off of a tough, grueling fight. He didn't get enough time to repair himself. I wouldn't say he was old in the tooth or none of that. I'll just say he was out on a grueling fight. His body didn't get a recoup like it needed to be. So by the time he went into the fight, you could tell he was drained a bit. That's Kovalov. He still boxed his ass off, though. But, he stopped him. So if he stopped that dude, I mean, he had sufficient power to stop Bivol if he needed to. Bivol had good defense. He just did. And he had great counterpunching skills. And again, the thing that Canelo could not catch up with Bivol with is the foot activity. He ain't got the foot cardio to keep up with Bivol. So he got tired. Canelo's explosive. He's quick, but he doesn't move his feet a whole lot. You see? His performance was overrated, in my opinion, where nowhere near close Floyd's performance. I would say this. Bivol, because Floyd did a whole bunch of different things on the inside. Floyd fought Canelo on the inside. He fought him at mid-range, and he fought him on the outside, right? Whereas Bivol fought Canelo mostly on the outside, but he also fought him a little bit, counterpunched him off the ropes and stuff like that. So Bivol's a skilled dude, man. He makes it look simple, like Devin Haney makes it look simple, but it ain't simple what he's doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do agree, Floyd. But see, because Floyd give you a little bit of flashiness. Floyd's flashy. You know what I mean? Canelo's flashy. Floyd will give you a little bit of swag. He got swag. Bivol ain't got no swag. You know what I mean? So Floyd fighting always look nice. You know what I mean? Floyd didn't just want to come and win a fight. He want to wow you. You know what I mean? Because Floyd's flashy. Canelo's flashy. Errol Spence is not flashy. Terrence Crawford's flashy. You know what I mean? They got swag. Terrence Crawford got swag. Got timing. Errol's a machine. There's the difference. So yeah, it's kind of like Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, right? Tim Duncan get the job done. He's effective. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan, he got swag, he got attitude, he got style, he got flair, you know what I mean? Hang time, you know what I mean? So this is, he got attitude, all that. So, Bevo's more mechanical, so it is what it is. I think Plant and Saunders beat Charlo easy. Plant got good defense, but I don't know. Nah, I don't think so. Which Charlo are you talking about? Mell or Mell? I don't think either of them beat him. I'm gonna tell you why. Caleb Plant got a great jab. He got good left hook. But he ain't really got that power. Charlo got that power. You know what I mean? To keep you honest. Charlo is an excellent counterpuncher. Again, I tell people to go back and watch Charlo's early days when he wasn't stopping people left, right, and center. And you'll see the dude's sweet. He was pretty. He was real pretty. Right? So I'm just saying. Canelo looks horrible at 175. To me, he looked like Canelo. Just the guy he was facing, Bevo. See if he was fighting Bitterbiev. I know this is going to sound controversial to some people, but I got Canelo beating Bitterbiev. Because he's too quick, he's too sharp, he's too fast for Bitterbiev. Some of the guys that Canelo has been facing, they're not as quick as he is. Because he come up from a lower weight class. Bevo was able to hang with him because Bevo's also a smaller guy that is at 175. Bevo's not really a 175 pounder in the sense that he wasn't a career 175 pounder. He actually come up from 168, right? So he's got quickness on everybody. And he was plenty quick for Canelo, particularly his feet. So he could get in position much faster. But when you look at because remember, being smaller has its advantages. You're quicker usually. You can get under punches faster. You could slide in much more easier underneath a fighter and then work him on the inside. So, I mean, being smaller is not necessarily a disadvantage. It depends on your fighting style, of course. And if you are able to infight, it could really work in your favor. So, for some reason, I think Spence is going to demolish Crawford. Well, huh? There's some figure in the back, but I don't know if it's ready. Right. On Mr. Mike Tree, I don't mind, but I don't know if they're ready. Right. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure if that will happen. Because Terrence is a way smart fighter, and he will. Here's the thing I'm seeing, right? He walks Spence into something, gives Spence his best shot, or sets him up and hits him. Spence rides the punch and just keeps coming. Now, if that shit happens, I'm gonna agree with you. Because if Terrence hits Errol eats the shot and keeps coming, Terrence is in for a long night, right? But if Terrence can buzz or shake up Spence so Spence respects him, then we got the fight that I'm talking about. Because he'll get his chance. He'll get his chance with Spence. He'll get his chance. But if he can't phase Spence, if he can't trouble Spence, that's a whole other different kind of fight now we're talking about. He gonna have to fight like how Floyd fought Carlos Baldomir. He gonna have to fight like how Floyd fought Miguel Cotto, where Floyd's hitting Cotto with all kinds of things, and Cotto just kept coming. So if it's if it's that kind of fight, he's gonna have to change up his style, and he gonna have to try to chip away at Errol Spence, because honestly speaking, I can't see Terrence Crawford hitting Errol Spence with one shot and putting him down or something like that. I don't see that. And Terrence can punch, but Errol, man, been in car accidents and all kinds of things. That dude's solid, man. That dude is strong as hell. Okay, so that's the one thing I don't know how the fight would turn out. I don't see Errol really necessarily stopping Terrence, because Terrence has enough defense, skill, footwork, and all of that to make it the distance. But if Errol can take that punch, that money punch, and Terrence might have to put a combination together. That's what you should do. Put a combination of maybe an uppercut left hook or uppercut right hook or whatever. Put a combination together, and probably that will stun Errol enough to he could capitalize on it and probably finish him, or just get him to respect him and not just try and walk him down. But Errol knows he has to be on his P and Qs himself. He actually said that. So that's why I can't really say what would happen. I really don't know. If a dude like Harrison beat him, you telling me Plant and Saunders can't? Oh, no. I'm not saying that they can't beat him. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I give him the edge over those guys. Of course they could beat him. Of course they can beat him. Even though I think that Harrison has more experience and has better skills than Plant or Saunders, because Harrison can fight on the inside, the outside, mid-range. Harrison can do it all. It's just that Harrison makes mistakes while he's fighting, and it costs him. Like, he traded hooks with Mell, and he didn't even try to dip out the way. That was stupid. He makes flaws. He makes mistakes, and that's the problem with Harrison, and it cost him. Hell no, Canelo would get stretched by Beterbiev. Nah, bro, he wouldn't. I'll tell you why. Beterbiev is strong ox, right? See, what a lot of people forget is just because a fighter's strong doesn't mean you can't win a fight with a fighter. Canelo's going to be way faster than Beterbiev. Beterbiev is fast, don't get me wrong, for a big guy like that. He's strong like an ox. But if you are able to change, that's the thing with Canelo, he can change his angles. Canelo can change his angles. He don't have to walk you down. He can fight off the back foot too, right? Beterbiev, he don't have the kind of foot cardio like them other guys. That's the thing with Beterbiev. Yes, he has quick and nimble feet, but he don't have 12-round cardio. He's just going hard, right? So if Canelo mixes up his activity, picks his spots, pot shots him, counter punches him, and gets out the way like he did against Cotto, like how he did handle Triple G, he gonna beat him. Just turn him and pot shot him all night long. Win the fight. That's all you got to do with Beterbiev. That's why I have Bivol beating Beterbiev easy. Easy. You'll make it look easy, right? Because you have to pot shot him, and then you have to make sure you're not in front of him. Beterbiev, you have to keep on turning him. You can't fight Beterbiev toe to toe. That's stupid. That's where his strengths. That's what you play to his strengths. You can't also be doing like you want to clinch him up and lock him up all the time. He'll rough you up on the inside, elbow you, all kind of thing, right, and wear you down. So you have to box him at mid-range, which is Canelo. That's Canelo's area. He likes mid-range, and you got to counter punch him and then step up, step to the side, step away, that kind of thing, and you beat him. That's how Usyk beat him in the amateurs. Javier Fortuna said, I think Canelo has the tools and the ability to beat Artur Beterbiev. I know a lot of people don't think so because they see Beterbiev, 100% knockout ratio and all of that stuff. But I'm telling you right now, Canelo has a good chance of beating Beterbiev. And Beterbiev's learning and improving every day. But fight by fight, he gets better. But if you ask me who would win between Beterbiev and Bivol's about the same size as Canelo, or same weight as Canelo, I say Bivol beats him hands down. Easy, right? Because it has to do, again, with your angles and how you approach the fighter, and you don't stand directly in front of guys like that, and you're good. But Beterbiev is strong. Nobody's saying no. We ain't saying you're gonna knock him out. We're not saying none of that. But you got to go 12 rounds with him. You stay focused. You stay dialed in. You're gonna beat him. Javier Fortuna is too small. He says he's too small and slow at 175. Nah, Canelo's plenty faster than Beterbiev. Plenty faster than Beterbiev. He's slower than Bivol, but he's faster than Beterbiev. He was faster than Kovalov. That's how he's able to knock him out. He plenty quick. Quick hands, quick feet. He was controlling Kovalov, actually. He was controlling him with the jab and everything. Javier Fortuna says, I think it's going to look like the Mikey. Nah, not at all. Not at all. Javier Fortuna says, Canelo is not going to be able to handle that power. First of all, I think Canelo actually has a longer reach than Beterbiev. Beterbiev has short hands. I think so. So if he wanted to keep him on the end of his stick and punish him if he tried to close distance, all of that. Beterbiev's not a guy that just keeps himself. He has decent defense as well. He don't keep himself open to get shots. But in between beats, catching them in between beats, bop, bop, and you move away. Bop, bop, whole night. Bop, bop, gone. That's all. Pot shot him to death. So when he's looking for Canelo, Canelo's not even in front of him. You know, he's like, he's too quick for me. He's going to say, he's too quick for me. Javier Fortuna says, you think Mell could beat Beterbiev? Jamel's too aggressive. I wonder if you listen to Derek James, if Derek James gave him instructions about that. He'd have to pot shot, turn him, work the body when he can get the openings, because Beterbiev protects his body pretty good. And he got to turn him, though. I don't know if Mell got the discipline to stay, because Mell too aggressive. He's a very aggressive guy. I know he would want to try and take a punch from Beterbiev, and then he's going to get wrecked. Like Beterbiev going to break a rib or something. I can see that happening. Because Beterbiev is not, I'm telling you, man, you don't want to play with this dude. Like, you don't want to be like saying, I'm going to take a shot from Beterbiev just to see what it feels like. No, that's not sensible. You know what I mean? You want to fight a focused fight, have a good game plan. You know, this dude carries his power from round 1 to round 12. So you're not trying to mess with this dude. This dude came down from heavyweight. This is a heavyweight he'd be fighting. So, nah, you don't want to be playing with Beterbiev like that. Keep your defense tight all times. Nelo's jab is not good enough to do that all night. Nelo has a decent jab. The thing with Nelo is he don't pop the jab all the time. He try to be unpredictable with his jab. Throw the jab at odd times and the offbeat. You know, that's why I said bop bop. He's just constantly pot shotting him all night. I didn't say jab him. I said pot shot him. So he could lead with the right hand. He could lead with the jab. He could mix it up, go to the body instead of the head. All he wants to do is he wants to keep Beterbiev off balance the entire night, which is and then, you know, put some real leverage into shots and light him up with a combination every now and then just go right back to, just like what he did with Triple G. It's the same game plan. I think Mell will get obliterated. It's very possible. Because Mell don't know how to not engage a guy when it's not time to engage. Like, you can engage with him if you see him getting tired or something. You light him up with a combination and you step to the side again of him. And you just continue normally, you know. Mell a little too aggressive not to know. That's the problem with Mell. Now, Mell could do that with Canelo because Canelo and Mell around about the same size. Beterbiev is not the same size. He's a shrunk down heavyweight. You don't do that with. There's certain people you can do it with and certain people you can't. Canelo came up from 154. Beterbiev is coming down from heavyweight. You don't do that with Beterbiev. You don't play those games with Beterbiev. You ain't trying to be a tough man against Beterbiev. He will break you up. He will break bones on you. You know, that guy can punch, and he's big. He's physically bigger than any one of the 175 pounders. He's actually a heavyweight. He should be fighting a heavyweight, not cruiserweight, heavyweight. He's bigger than the cruiserweights. He a shrunk down heavyweight. So, dude, beast strong. He's very, very strong. Okay. It's very possible Mell might be obliterated. The styles make fights, you know. He'd have to stay really disciplined. Not to say that he can't take a shot. He could take maybe one or two shots, but he should be riding it, rolling it, you know, keeping his defense tight, that kind of thing. You know, because you're talking about a really strong guy. Really, really strong guy. You think that Dragovides could do something with Beterbiev? Yeah, David Benavidez probably could hang with Arthur Beterbiev for a bit. Yeah. Yeah. David sparred all kinds of people. Triple G. He sparred light heavyweights. He sparred all kinds of people. Heavyweights. David might probably be in a better position to fight Arthur Beterbiev. Yeah. And David can take a shot. So Beterbiev is very destructive. Yes, Beterbiev is much bigger. David will be coming up from super middle, you know, jumping up to light heavy. Beterbiev is really a heavyweight. I think why a lot of people feel that David could do it is because they've seen David in sparring and they've seen David handle really, really, really strong punches, really strong guys. And, you know, he makes a fight of it. Because David's like he's like a blown up heavyweight himself, fighting at 168. You know, a sucked down heavyweight himself. David walks around 200 and something plus pounds, I'm sure. Easily. So David's a big dude. That's why Canelo ain't really want to face David like that but he should. Because, again, I think Canelo can beat David Benavidez. I really do. David Benavidez is another guy that doesn't have great foot cardio. He doesn't. You know, he's quick and everything, but he don't really move his feet that much. So I don't see him going 12 rounds like that. So, you know, Beterbiev has actually better foot cardio than David does. David usually walk to you. He walk to you and walk you down, that kind of thing. You know, Canelo's got better foot cardio. I think Canelo has better foot cardio than David. So I'm just saying that. So that's why I think that Canelo would beat, like, he possibly could beat David Benavidez. He possibly could beat Arthur Beterbiev because, again, if Beterbiev had that kind of foot movement like Bivol, Beterbiev would beat everybody, including Bivol. But they don't have it. And that always, you could have quick hands, you can have relatively quick hands, you could have good timing, but you got to get there. And the vehicle to get there is your feet. So if you can't keep up with another fighter, it's over. I got Morrell whooping everybody at 168 and 175. David Morrell is no joke. He is no joke. You know, he hasn't gotten the competition yet to show what he can do, but we could see how he's just blowing through everybody because they nowhere near his level, you know. So Morrell's is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. You got a bunch of fighters that really are a problem. But if you match certain fighters up, I may favor a fighter only because maybe of experience. For example, if you match up Andrade with Morrell, I'm going to favor Andrade over Morrell, strangely enough, because Andre got more experience. I'm not saying that he would beat Morrell, but I would favor him. You know, I'm not going to definitively say he beats Morrell. Morrell could beat him, maybe even possibly stop him. Who knows? Right? So I should kind of go off of who you faced, who you've beaten, what are the top fighters you've faced, and so on. So that tells me the experience you have. Of course, I got to look at your skill set as well as your attitude and how you stopping people and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, you really want to, but there are fighters out there that are a problem, period. You have Morrell, Benavidez, the Charlo brothers, Andrade, you have Who else is out there? Bivol. So from 150 from 154 to 175, you got some problem people. You got, Costa Zeus coming up, son. Tim Zoo. We'll see. Tim Zoo looks like he's gonna be a problem. So you got from 154 to 175, you got a couple guys in there that are trouble. And to see them face each other it's kind of tough for me to call who would win. He says, hell no, Andre's not going to last more than 4 rounds with Mell. I disagree. I disagree heavily. Because both of them have the same amount of foot speed, foot cardio. Andre has great conditioning. Southpaw. Andre's no easy work for no one. He's not. Nobody just wipes the floor with Andre. Nobody. Nobody since the amateurs has been able to do that. Andre could do it all. He could fight on the inside, the outside. I mean, he could do it all. He don't have that one hitter quitter power, but he has respectable power. Andre looked horrible at 168. Got dropped by a bum. Yeah, I remember that. The guy's not bum, but yeah. Where he dropped and stopped the guy in the end. So what does it matter? He's rusty and he's getting old. But don't get it twisted. Andre is the goods. Well, man, Javier Fortuna, it's good to have talked with you. I am what you need. I can't believe it. We got Javier Fortuna here on all platform. One of the great champions of the last decade, right? You were one of the lightweight champions. Lightweight and super featherweight? You were a super featherweight champ as well? 2-time? Trying to remember. I think you're a 2-time world champion. And now you are at super lightweight. Hold on a second. Wish me luck. I'm going to keep putting pressure on Haney's ass. Hey, man, go for it. That's the undisputed champ. So, you can get part of that legacy. Go for it. And I don't see Devin don't duck or dodge nobody. In fact, I want to just say one more thing before I go. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson's talking about, he's calling out Devin Haney, and Devin Haney's ducking him and all of that bullshit. But the truth be told, Shakur has not, to this day, activated his mandatory clause. If Shakur thinks that Devin Haney's ducking him, why haven't you activated your mandatory clause? And Devin Haney's saying Shakur and Jay Prince, they on some clout. Because they know better. They know that you have to activate your mandatory clause. Because Devin Haney been sitting down there waiting. Because he want that work. Tank's in prison right now. So it's Shakur needs to activate his mandatory clause. And Devin Haney will respond to that. It's that simple. Edwin De Los Santos. Yeah, man. Edwin be on the rise right now. Shakur is all talk. He ducked my boy Edwin De Los Santos. He could check him out. But Shakur being a world champion, he would want to face another world champion. So him calling out Devin Haney makes sense. I mean, De Los Santos, he ain't done nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? But if De Los Santos won it, if Shakur can't get no more to work, he should really. You're right. He should take up De Los Santos. But I'm just saying, Shakur be talking a lot of smack these days. But like you, Javier Fortuna, if you talking that smack, you must be prepared to back it up. If Devin Haney say, "Yeah, let's do this," I don't want to hear you backing out. I don't want to hear nothing because you've been asking for it. Yeah, but he ducked De Los Santos to fight bum ass Japanese dude. Oh, for real? For real? That's what happened? Oh, okay. You sure it was him or Top Rank? Because, sometimes Shakur be chirping, but the people who managing him be quaking, be like, nah, we ain't ready for that. He ain't ready for that yet. I'm ready to deliver devastating ass whoopings. I hear you, brother. I know you itching to get back in that ring. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Man, I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you get that Devin Haney fight. Nah, Shakur don't like to fight people with power. He fought Oscar Valdez though. Of course, Oscar Valdez wasn't really on that level when it comes to slick boxing. So you slick. You and Bunny, both of you guys are slick, but yet you guys can bang. Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see Haney versus you, or Ryan versus you, or Raleigh versus you, or Teal versus you. You know, all them guys, you should have faced those guys, man. You should have faced them a long time ago. Robert Easter Jr., man, I can't forget that fight. That fight was very memorable. You know what I mean? But looking forward to seeing more from you, Javier. I wish you nothing but the best. Yeah, but Robert robbed me. How did he rob you? What are you talking about? You mean the judges? The judges robbed you. Yeah, he was kicking some ass though, bro. It was some good. It was some good. That was a good ass fight. You know, I was cool with the draw. I mean, I could see you edging it out on him, but I was cool with the draw. It wasn't. It wasn't. I wouldn't call it a robbery. It was a close ass fight. It was good to and fro. I thought you got the upper hand later on though. All right, my peoples. I will catch you guys later. I am what you need. Shout out to Javier Fortuna. I wish you nothing but the best, bro, because respect is due to the man who, you know, blood, sweat, and tears in that ring. And you guys really love to bang. You guys really love to fight and get paid. So much respect to you, brother. And God bless. I'm out of here.